Hello, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? I see we got Uncle Broken Down. What's up, my man? We got LOL, Micah, hello, or Micah, whichever one that is. Andrew, how you doing today? Thank y'all for coming out. You guys are awesome. Hopefully everybody's having a really good week so far. All right, so it's Tuesday and we got a crazy question and answer stream going on. And let's get some gameplay up on the stream. There we go, some pre-recorded gameplay gives you something to look at. Hey, Jamel, awesome to hear from you today. All right, Uncle Broken Down's got a question. What's up, my man? What is your question? More than likely the answer is no, but you know what? Go ahead and ask anyways. Alrighty. Yeah, Jamel, I'm glad you made it as well. That's awesome, buddy. What's up, Bean? Bean, yes, I believe I made a video about that with the Falcon with the stakes on the back. That is a really cool setup for that guy, so yeah. It's pretty amazing. But that extra shield is very helpful. What's up, Brent? What's going on, my man? You got your Fenrir, very nice. Hopefully you're liking that thing so far. It's a very good robot. Uncle Broken Down, yes, I do know the developers. Now, when I tell them things and give them my opinions, whether they really pay attention to that, that's a different story. What's up, Big Daddy? He wants to know if I'm feeling sexy today. No. I'm feeling really gross and nasty and ugly and disgusting. And, you know, things like that. But yeah, I have a connection with some of the people who, you know, run this game. When I don't like stuff, I let them know about it. When I find hackers in the game, I let them know about it. You know, stuff like that. I can report things directly to them, which is really cool. Sometimes they ban those guys, sometimes they don't. I don't know why that is, but I wish they would ban them every darn time. We got Roby Kennedy. What's up, buddy? How you been doing, man? Nice to hear from you. Been a little while. So what's going on? And if you guys got game questions, feel free to ask. That's what we're here for today. What I should do is start trying to get like a guest to come on the stream and answer questions with me. That might be kind of fun, right? That would be really fun, I think. I don't want to have the same person every time because every time I've tried to do that with one guy, eventually they stop doing it and then, you know, people get upset when they leave, so. Maybe having somebody come on every once in a while would be a cool thing, or different people each week. I'm going to have to ask some people I know about that and see who's interested. Let me get the music at the correct volume. I'm hearing a really weird sound. What is that? Was that the song? Maybe that was the song. I don't know. Yeah, Ruby, normally when I'm on Discord, it's later in the evening these days, and usually over on the RH chat. I've had a lot more stuff to work on lately, so usually I get up at like 4 in the morning. I get up about 4 a.m. and I don't usually get done with my stuff till 5 or 6 p.m. So around 6 or 7, I jump over on the RH chat and play some games. But yeah, it's been very hectic lately. You know, I need to message Adore. I was just thinking about him yesterday. I haven't seen him for a while. He used to pop in, you know, since he quit playing War Robots, he used to pop in occasionally, but we haven't seen him for a while. I need to message him and see what's up. Mech, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, hopefully he's doing good. Uncle Broken Down, I don't know. I don't really know how they work the banning. I know they can do it manually, but I do think they have some sort of automated thing as well, but I don't really know for sure. They don't really go into too many details about that kind of stuff with us. Alright. Nucleon, Angler, or Hammer? Man, that's a hard choice. I would probably go with the Nucleon. I honestly played that on mine for weeks, and I loved it. I loved it. The cool thing about Nucleon is you never have to reload if you're close enough to the other player. So that really makes it nice. I mean, it's just a nice deal, never having to reload. Now, of course, if you're shooting at people from a distance, you do have to let those things cool down. But at point blank, you can just shoot and shoot and shoot, and you are good to go. And you don't really have to worry about it, man. Just no reload at point blank. Can you play Nucleon on Skyros? Yes, yes you can. Alright, Ruby. Catch you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, stop by over the RH when you see us on any time. Brent put Sonic weapons on the Fenrir. That's a little bit hard to play because Fenrir is very slow, but honestly, it's a very good setup nonetheless. So I think you're doing pretty good with that setup. That should work pretty well for you. Nucleon's good on almost anything I've ever played it on. I've been trying out the Nucleon Quarkers and Atomizers on a lot of different robots, and there's nothing that I haven't liked them on. Now, I will say this, they're a little bit harder to use from a distance, but if you're playing some sort of robot where you're always up in somebody's face or really close to people, they're amazing. For long distance playing, it's not necessarily the easiest weapon to land the shots because you do have to lead ahead slightly. But overall, it's an extremely good weapon just for about anything. Yeah, Link's Nucleons would be good, actually. Arturo says, thanks, I was curious on your opinion because I'm not about to invest a lot of time and money on making a good angler. Yeah, I mean, Angler just got nerfed recently. The Angler is not as good as it used to be. And a lot of people have actually stopped playing it, but to tell you the truth, it's not that bad. I played one for about the last 2 or 3 days. I finally took it out of my hanger, I think last night. I don't usually keep something in my hanger too long because I'm always trying out new crazy stuff. for making YouTube videos, but the Angler is still decent. It's not anywhere near as good as it was, but it's still a decent robot. It just feels slow now. Hey Suresh, what's up, buddy? But if you can get used to it being slow, it's actually very good. We got Baby Yoda in the house. What's up, my man? How you doing? Arturo says, but it overheats. Yeah, but if you're close enough, it doesn't matter if it overheats. Overheating only matters when you're playing from a distance. Alright, so Carl Ross says, what really gets me is the glitches in the game. Yeah, you know, I don't understand why they don't fix more of the glitches sooner, because honestly, I think glitches, having a bunch of glitches and things don't work right, I think they would retain more players if everything in the game worked correctly. I mean, if I owned the game, one of my top priorities would be to make sure that everything on the game works correctly. If there was a glitch, my goal would be to fix that glitch as soon as possible. But there's glitches we've had for years. I mean, like, for example, the Al Jun, for the last 5 years, his flamethrowers don't work right, his built-in weapons. For the life of me, I can't understand why they haven't fixed it. I mean, that seems to me like that should be top priority to get that going. But, you know, it is what it is. They're going to do what they're going to do. What weapon is good in an extermination? Okay, well, the weapons I do like a lot are the rust rockets. Those seem to work really, really good. I'll give you a little tip though. If you happen to have an armadillo drone, every time you get a kill, the armadillo drone gives you damage resistance. So if you put an armadillo on your robots that go into the thing when you're fighting the little spiders, you're going to get kill after kill after kill. And next thing you know, your robot becomes practically invincible and they cannot kill you. Alright, so how are the claws talons after the nerf? Well, they still work well. The only thing that sucks is it takes a lot longer to unload all of your ammo, so they shoot a lot slower. Overall, they still feel nice, but they're not as good as they used to be. I played them on a few robots, and I think they're still very, very usable, but they're no longer one of the best weapons in normal gameplay. But they still seem to fight pretty good, or they still seem to work pretty good for extermination from what I've noticed. But the robots that work best in extermination are Angler, because its ability will destroy multiple robots at one time, and the Seraph. When you go up in the air with the Seraph, Seraph's ability will shoot multiple robots at one time. Camus Bird says Fenrir, Fainter on Mars. If you don't mind the long reload times on the Fainters, it's actually very good. The Fainter has a really long reload nowadays, but I know a lot of people who use them and get a lot of damage with them and really like them. You just have to have a lot of patience to let them reload is all. Fenrir WR says, honestly, I quit War Robots because the pay to win, but every once in a while, I will catch a War Robots YouTuber. What's up, buddy? Sucks to hear that you quit. This is my advice to you. How about you try this? Get a bunch of older robots and older weapons that are still good. And just play those. You don't have to worry about them being nerfed, more than likely at least. Maybe those things will get another buff eventually, but if you can find some older robots and weapons that you really like playing, the game doesn't have to really be pay to win or pay to expensive. I mean, sure, when I play a hanger of the brand new stuff, yeah, I get a lot of games of 10 million damage, 12 million damage, but When I play the other older stuff, I still get 4, 5, 6 million damage all the time. A handful of kills, a nice amount of beacons. I still have a lot of fun. You don't necessarily have to have the latest and the greatest to have fun in this game. It definitely helps if you want to be the best of the best, but a lot of the older stuff is very usable. And then you're not chasing the meta all the time. You're not spending a bunch of money to get the newest thing. Just use the old stuff and learn to have fun with it. Sometimes you just got to use what you got. Jonathan said, Dad, buy me a telescope. You know what? A telescope's something I've always wanted, but I've never had one. Carl, you're welcome, man. The armadillo drone in the extermination is unbelievably awesome. Last time, it's been a while since I've played the extermination mode, but last time I did, my gosh, that drone made me almost unstoppable. Suresh, yeah, man, everything's going good with me. How about yourself? For some reason, my throat's all scratchy today. Andrew said, does Nether have a shield or does a drone? Nether has a defense system. He doesn't have a shield. It could be a certain weapons or a drone will give him a shield. But if you notice, Nether turns colors eventually. When he's blue, his defense system is fully recharged, and when he turns pink, his defense system goes down and he takes a lot of damage. Alright, Suresh says, is Overdrive good on Fenrir or... Well... Overdrive's cool, but there's one major thing that I don't like about Overdrive. You have to start losing durability before they start working, so you really almost have to run like 2 or 3 of them before they come in handy. On Fenrir, I would run 1 nuclear amplifier, 1 repair amplifier, and 1 immune amplifier. Or 1 nuke amp and 2 immune amps. Or 1 nuclear amplifier and 2 repair amps. So any combination of 1 nuclear amplifier, and then you can play around with the immune or the repair amps and figure out the best combination of those for you. LOL says, is 3 Fenrirs and 1 hangar? Well, yes, because you might get bored. But as far as gameplay goes, no. I mean, that would be a very good setup. What's up, Crack? Crack the Sky in the house. How you doing, buddy? But the only problem with playing too many of one robot is you might start to get bored with it. Generally, I don't play more than 2 of one robot. I think 2 Fenrirs and 1 Invader would be a great setup. Or 2 Fenrirs and 2 Invaders might even be cool as well. Alright, D wants to know, is Bane and Toxin good on Fenrir? Yes, it is. Those weapons do damage kind of slowly, but they have DOT. They will shoot through physical shields. You can shoot the Rook with them. You can shoot people who have, like a Minos who puts up a reflector shield, or a Hawk or something. If you shoot those guys and they reflect a bunch of damage back to you, those weapons, since most of the damage is done from the slow DOT, they don't damage you that much when you shoot those robots. So they're not one of the best sets of robot or weapons in the game, but I think they're very good on tanks. Now, I wouldn't put them on like a damage-dealing fighter or something, but on a tank like Fenrir, Revenant, Invader, anything that's just a tank, yeah, I think those acid weapons are very good. Alright, so somebody with a name I can't read wants to know about the Basil Pilot and the Hawanji lasers. Okay, so the Huanji lasers just got nerfed, and, well, they're definitely usable, but they're not one of the better weapons right now, but they're definitely good weapons. I mean, that pilot's definitely going to be nice, but here's the problem with using a weapon-specific pilot. Once you do that, that pilot is only going to work with that one set of weapons, or at least a legendary skill. So if you ever change to a different set of weapons, well, you'd lose the legendary skill for that pilot. So, I mean, it's up to you if you want to do something like that, but I don't really recommend it because how long do you think you're going to run the same weapons on a robot, right? Let's just say you change weapons and then you realize, oh, this legendary skill only worked with these weapons. Maybe I should change pilots. And then you have to spend a bunch of gold to level up another pilot or just deal with not having a working legendary skill for that robot. Alright, I see somebody talking and I think that's Russian. Unfortunately, I'm not able to understand that. So, Boca, I don't know what you just said there, but hello, welcome to the stream. Good weapons for the Wayland. Well, with the Wayland, you want to focus on healing your teammates. You want to be the healer, right? So generally with the Wayland, you're going to try and hide in a position where nobody can shoot you. So what you want to do is put something on there to where when somebody rushes you and gets close to you, you can damage them really quickly. So I think like sonic weapons or shotguns or anything that does big damage up close is what you want to run on the Wayland. Now, if you're trying to go out there and brawl or fight with the Wayland or play him as a long-range robot, that's a little bit different, but I think the best Wayland player is just focused on being a tanky healer. Benmer, I'm glad I'm your favorite YouTuber for War Robots, buddy. Yeah, I try to speak to the community. You know, I always try to reply to comments and stuff like that. Between both of my YouTube channels, I probably spend sometimes I would say between 2 and 4 hours a day answering people's comments. It's a lot of time spent, but it's kind of worth it. I feel like I'm losing my voice, man. That's not good. That's not good. I need to talk quieter, maybe. Is there a way to get 3D models of the Titans or robots? Not that I know of. I guess you would have to know somebody who makes the game in order to have that happen. Alright, so you want to know if you should be running a Mirror-Mits or an Aether. Personally, I like the Aether much more than the Mirror-Mits, but both can be very effective. The only problem with the Mirror-Mits is you have to play it a lot more carefully. Now, a Mirror-Mits is actually a really good robot for destroying rooks. If a rook jumps at you and you go up in the air, you can just shoot down into his shield. Like if you have the Veyron type of weapons, the Veyron and the Evoras, and a Mirror-Mits and a rook gets close to you, you can just annihilate that rook in a couple of seconds with that. You can kind of do the same thing with the Aether as well. But yeah, I do prefer the Aether. Whether or not you should change, that's going to be personal preference. That depends on if you have the Titan or all the resources to level it up. What's up, Blake Lee? Camos wants to know what's the best pilot for Mars. I like the Clyde guy that makes his turret shoot faster. In my opinion, that's the best one. We got Artemis in the house. What's up, my man? We got Artemis, guys. He's a YouTuber and he runs the War Robots Wikipedia channel and all that good stuff. So, Game Dev, what's up, buddy? I don't know anything about 3D models, buddy. What do you mean by robot shows and 3D models? I have no idea what you're talking about there. That is all stuff that is beyond my head. I'm just playing a video game, my man. AP Vibes, you're welcome, buddy. Auto Spear Capri is nice. The spears are pretty good. Some people are still really loving the spears. Me, I think they're okay. They're not one of my favorite weapons, but they do well. But if you are going to run the spears, you pretty much have to run the autopilot. Like, if you're not, you're going to have some issues. What about Metabots? Oh, wait. Is it possible to get in Champion League without running Tier 4 weapons and while running Tyrans in the Metabots? Look, if you're a good enough player, yes. Now, if you're running Cossacks, probably not. If you're running like Typhon with Tyrans, Fenrir with Tyrans, I mean, yeah, sure. How to deal with Mars? When it throws a turret, run away. If you're playing on voice comms with the team, if you want to take a Mars out quickly, say, hey team, everybody focus on this guy. It's a Mars. We need to kill it fast. And maybe you'll get 3 or 4 of your teammates all to shoot it at the same time and destroy it. That's one of the tricks that a lot of the top clans do, is they'll all focus one player. You'll have somebody calling out, hey, everybody kill this guy. And then when he dies, they'll say, all right, everybody focus on this guy. And then when he dies, and that's how they kill you so fast, is because they'll have 2 or 3 or 4 guys focusing on killing one player, and they take you out one at a time. But I mean, Mars is very hard to deal with, but you just have to try to avoid being shot by its turret. When that turret's on the ground, if you keep moving, a lot of times it'll miss some of the shots. Artemis, you got your baby account into the Champion League, huh? Congrats. Alright, Sharess says, is Pulsar a Mugi with lockdown pilots good? Well, I lost the... Wait. Or Hazard a Mugi with auto? I think I would go with the Pulsars, honestly. You don't necessarily need a lockdown pilot because those already have lockdown on them. But me personally, I would prefer to do the Pulsars over the Hazards on the Yamugi. Now, if you were simply trying to play the Yamugi as a long-range fighter, then the other weapons would be pretty good, but I like the Pulsars a lot. Pulsars and Magnetars are sweet right now. Turiel wants to know what robot would run great for incinerators. You know, I've never liked those bomb effect rockets. I don't really have a good answer for that because I've never really found a robot that I like to play those on. For me, those particular weapons just don't work. Most people I know don't like them or play them. I mean, there's a few people out there that do. Artemis, what do you think about those, buddy? Would you consider running those on any specific robot? What's up, Joey? How you doing today? Jonathan says I use an angler to troll Titan. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah, mech, I never know. I don't know if they're going to make a Titan pilot that makes those weapons do anything or not. I mean, I have no information whatsoever as to what kind of Titan pilots they're going to be coming out with. I mean, there's a chance they may never make something like that. There's a chance that they could, but I don't know. Yeah, the bomb effect rocket weapons, Artemis. He says he likes them on the Hawk. You know what? Actually, the Hawk is the only weapon I ever played them on that I liked them. They did great on Hawk, now that you mention it. That was probably a couple years ago when I played them last on the Hawk. But yeah, they were very good on the Hawk. Yeah, they're not bad on the Harpy either. Incinerator Harpy's okay. It's not my favorite setup, but it's definitely playable. Jamil says Pulsar Magnetar works really well on any robot. Yes, they do. Brent, all your gold is gone? Did you spend it? Or did it just disappear? If it disappeared and you didn't spend it, contact game support and let them know. Man, I'm having a hard time. My voice is really hoarse today. Like it's getting harder to talk. I don't know what happened. I mean, I don't know if I'm getting sick. The last couple of days I haven't felt very good, so. Like I feel like I'm having a hard, like I'm talking like kind of quiet. It's like straining my throat to talk even quiet. Sucks. I don't know why that's going on. Do I like tea? Not exactly, but sort of. You know, is chamomile tea good for a sore throat? Because I do have chamomile tea somewhere. Maybe some green tea. I like tea a little bit, but it's not something I'm really into. Artemis has to leave to get a cup of tea. Alrighty. What would be the best bot to get from the super chest? I think that's really personal preference. I mean, it depends on what bot that's in there that you like or would fit your playing style. I mean, honestly, I'm not really sure if there's a best bot in there because I mean, you might get a really awesome bot and there's a chance you might not like it. So that's a little bit hard to answer, I guess. Let me look at what's currently in there and I'll tell you what my favorites are, but I have to go look to see what they currently have in it. Do you get rid of what? Oh, wait a second. Oh, the Adamant Gunsmith? I mean, that's up to you. I don't really like that. I'm not really into that type of skill, but it's not a bad one. I would change it to something else myself. I like more durability skills on my pilots. Alright, let's go look and see what's in the super chest. I gotta remember how to find it. Alright, so Heimdall and Indra are in there. Minos is in there. Luchador. Miramids. They got Gothic Mars. Freedom of Skyros. Kefri. They got a Revenant. They got Scorpion. They got Ravena. They got Harpy. They got Demeter. They got Typhon. And they got Hawk. Those are all really good. Now, the ones I didn't mention, I don't like. or wouldn't really play myself, but pretty much any of those are really good if you don't already have them and they fit your playing style. There's a lot of really nice stuff in there, actually. A lot of really nice stuff. I don't like playing Hawk, no. It's a good robot, but I don't like it personally. A lot of people love it, so I can't say that it's a bad robot just because I don't like playing it. It's not for me, but it's still a good robot. Christopher, I'm not able to do such things. Like, players can't send other players things. Only the people that own the game or make the game can send items to players. So, for example, if you see a giveaway for the game, that's because the game manufacturer arranged that giveaway. We got Kron in the house. What's up, my man? Yeah, the annoying offers. I hate that sound. It's awful. It's a terrible sound, honestly. What am I doing? Okay. I'm going to open some crates. I'm going to show you guys what I do. You might think I'm crazy, but I open all these little ones. I just opened the small ones because you get keys, you get power cells, you get a small amounts of resources. There's really nothing in the other two crates that I want or need, so I just do these. And I know a lot of other players do the same, actually. Now, I don't really open super chests very often anymore because I fail to watch the videos. But if you watch all the videos to get your keys, and you wait till you have these overdrive deals, like right now we have the special event where you get extra experience for opening the things. A free-to-play player can fill up a super chest once per season. I mean, look how many I just got there from opening, just like 2,000 keys. So if you watch those videos every day and wait for the special events to pop up, that's a free super chest, guys. So there's a little bit of game advice. Camos wants to know, I don't know what that pilot is or what he does or who he's for. There's probably like 500 pilots in the game, so I don't really know all of their names or what their abilities are. So I'm not really sure. Burso says, I also do the 10 key chest. What's up, Burso? How are you doing today? Joey says, to be honest, I love the Erebus. Yeah, the Erebus is pretty cool. The only problem is a lot of people realize that they can rush inside of your shield and smash you really fast. Like Scorpions or Revenants or fast-moving robots can just get in there and take you out almost right away. If it wasn't for that, that would be an amazing robot, but a lot of people know that and take advantage of it. Carl says, I also like the little ones because they are great for resources. Brent, I'm sorry you're sad, buddy. That sucks. Ah, Camo says I can actually do 2 or 3 super chests every season as a free-to-play player. I should really start watching those ads to get more super chests. I mean, there's really nothing in there that I need, but still, even if you don't need it, you can sell it for silver. Alright, Brent had a super chest, but got a ZMEJI. A Zemeji? What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm really not sure what that is. Oh, it's the Invader pilot. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think that pilot or a Trixie Hope, either one is really good for Invader. No, I mean, the extra suppression is definitely helpful. But if you run a Trixie Hope, you can heal more often, but that is going to cost more power cells. Oh, Zmej Miramitz. That's not necessarily a bad thing to get, I guess, unless you've already got one. Miramitz isn't the best, but hey, it's still a Titan, you know? It's still pretty good if you're really careful with the way you play it. Mech says Bastion wasn't in the extermination this week. I'm not sure why that is. Yeah, I gotta figure out what's good for a sore throat that's gluten-free. I got celiac disease, so gluten makes me really sick. Kinda sucks. Can't eat bread or anything. I miss pizza and hamburgers, guys. Jonathan, I can't tell you why Tier doesn't have a great damage pilot, but I'll tell you what, that thing has got like, last time I played it had like 400,000 hit points. Tier's a cool robot. Suresh, as far as I know, they haven't released another balance change list. Did you hear something about it? Normally the first place they release that is over on Reddit. So if you're looking for the next balance change list, I would go over to Reddit and look up the War Robots page. Look up Walking War Robots on Reddit. Carl says, sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's a crappy thing to have, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But I would like to have pizza, but I can't. Hey, GG, how you doing today? Nice to see ya. Brent says, what's better, OX or ZMIJ? I would rather play a Minos. Actually, I think Minos is the better Titan. Minos is all about timing the abilities correctly, though. Once you master the ability timing for Minos, he's really good. I'm not a very good Minos player, but a lot of people are excellent with it. Mech, I would say Evora and Glaive would be the better setup. Ginger tea? I don't think I have any of that. I would also have to find out if it was gluten-free or not. Sometimes the glue they use in the tea bags will make me sick, so... There's not a lot of tea brands I can actually drink other than Bigelow tea. For Aether, I like the Lance and the Glaive, or the Evora and whatever the other thing is. You guys know what I'm talking about. Jonathan, I don't really care, but I do like the background we get in the hangar for the Chinese New Year. Events are events, but I'll tell you what, the Chinese New Year has the best looking hangar I've ever seen. I kind of wish they would always leave it like that. It just looks cool. Brent wants to know, what robot should I get next? Do you have a Skyros yet? That's great for getting beacons. Hang out on the ball and grab beacons. So right now, I would say the 3 most recommended robots from the workshop would be Skyros, Invader, and Fenrir. All 3 are good and pretty easy to play. There's a whole lot of stuff in the workshop that's actually good. So, I mean, that's going to be personal preference as to what you're trying to do. But in my opinion, those are the 3 top robots to get. Almost everybody I know that has those robots really enjoy them. So currently, out of all the robots in the workshop... Wait a second. Let me go to the workshop. So Skyros is very good. Demeter's good. Khepri's good. Harpy and Siren are good. Revenant's really good. Typhon's really good. Hawk's really good. Scorpion's really good. Ravena's really good. Leech is decent. Behemoth is good. Fenrir is really good. For some people, but not everybody, the tier is nice. Loki's great if you want a troll bot. For some people, but not everybody, the Hellburner's nice. If you really enjoy playing support, Mender is a great choice. Invader's amazing. Pursuer is surprisingly a good little guy. You might have to have a special pilot, but Pursuer can stay in stealth for almost 10 seconds, I think. Ares and Hades are both very nice, but those aren't for everybody. So if I didn't mention it and it's in the workshop, I don't really love it. The last thing to mention is Phantom. He's very fun, but he's not that great anymore. Phantom and Blitz, they're both kind of in the same boat. They're very fun, but they're only kind of okay at the moment, I guess you would say. Joey likes the Halloween events. Yeah, the Halloween robots do look cool, like the Corrupted Fafnir looked amazing. Jonathan says, I missed the Walking Christmas robot. What's a Walking Christmas robot? Fafnir, I don't really recommend building a Fafnir. They die too darn easy. They're very hard, very, very hard to play well. Alfonso, you're getting an error in Steam? What kind of error? What's happening exactly? More than likely, I'm not going to know how to help you, but let me know what's happening, and maybe there's a very small chance I'll be able to know what's going on. But probably not. I mean, normally when you're having glitches and things like that, you usually have to contact some sort of game support or something, but... A triple SLI. What is a triple SLI? Artemis, man, if you use a bunch of abbreviations, I'm never going to know what you're talking about. You're freaking me out over here, man. You're freaking me out over here. All right. For some reason, I'm not able to scroll through the YouTube chat. What the hell is wrong with it? I think my YouTube chat has broken. Alright, there we go. Now I got it working again. So, Andrew, if you push the ability button for the Crisis, when you have him at level 12 Mark II, you're going to get an additional 25% damage for any weapon. So you get 25% damage and shield breaker every time you use his ability. But the ability only lasts for 3 seconds. Prasanth, what's up, man? I mean, Joey, not every robot's good. You can't take a bunch of Cossacks into Champion League. There's robots that are really good. I mean, there's robots that are playable in Champion League and robots that are not. So what you want to do is focus on robots that at least do decent in the higher leagues. Alright, so Carl, if you look at the robots in the workshop, you'll notice when you buy them with the game cash, some of them will give you more or less tokens. Or components, I should say. The ones where you get the most components are going to build the fastest. I'm pretty sure it still works that way. Let me double check, because it's been a long time since I've been building stuff. Alright, so currently it looks like you're going to get 60 okay, some robots give you 60 components, some give you 80 components. So the ones that give you 80 would definitely build a little bit faster. Brent says it works now. Good. Oh, running 3 GPUs? That sounds crazy. I don't know why you would do such a thing, but okay. I don't know enough about computer stuff to know why you would run that type of thing. To me, that sounds completely insane. Brent says the chat was saying error. Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. I'm not having that problem. Maybe restart your phone, or maybe close the stream and reopen the stream. Alright, so Suresh wants to know if it's worth upgrading his 4th Prisma. I haven't actually tried the Prismas since the nerf, but I do know a couple guys who play them and they still say they're decent. But honestly, I don't think the Prismas are really the best weapons. I mean, I guess they're nice for a super long range team deathmatch or something like that. They're good for shooting robots out of the air, but they're definitely not going to be one of my first choices. Carlosino, I'm not really sure, my friend. A lot of cheaters do get banned and some do not. They do ban a lot of accounts. There's other accounts that don't get banned, and the only thing we can think of is maybe those are players who are spending a bunch of money and cheating at the same time. I don't know why else they would not be getting banned, but there are some people who are clearly hacking that do not get banned, and we don't know why. That's the only reason I can possibly think of that those players aren't being banned. But I can't really answer that question, man. I apologize. Yeah, Kevin, it does seem like the mediums having in lights would have different amounts of components, but I'm not going to ask them to change that, because what if they decide, oh, let's make the heavies take way more components to get. So that's not something I would try to bring up. They might decide to make it worse than it is now. Gaming perfs are also terrible. Interesting. Putting out way too much heat. Robots India says, this new event sucks very much. I spent so much on getting the links, but haven't got one yet. Yeah, you know, unfortunately the events, the drop rates have been getting crappier and crappier. Jonathan says, try Evil Laugh. No thank you today. I'm having a hard time talking as it is. My throat is very sore, and it's actually just hard to talk in a quiet voice right now. So no evil laughs or any loud outbursts today. Andrew says, nobody plays claws anymore. Well, they're not as good as they were, but they're still usable. Havoc or Maze for Ravana? You know, I would say Havocs. I really like the Havocs. Maze is also good, but I'm a big fan of the Havocs on there. That's one of those deals where you would almost have to try both and figure out which one works best for you. Ross, I have no idea what people are doing to hack. I couldn't tell you how they're doing it. My guess is they probably have some sort of program on their phone or PC. I don't know anything about hacking, so I couldn't help you out. Law says, why full RH squad loses to randoms? Well, it happens sometimes. Please start a baby account series. You know what? I do have a baby account, but I haven't had any time to play it. It still has like a Cossack, a Destrier, and I think a Galahad or something, and that's it. I haven't had time to play it. My goal was to level it up and actually run a baby account, but I just haven't had time. I'm telling you guys, I run like 3 YouTube channels and do all the other stuff I need to do throughout the day. I mean, I normally get up at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I don't get done till 5, 6, 7 at night with all my stuff that I have to do. I mean, I spend about 2 to 4 hours a day answering comments, 2 hours a day live streaming, 3 to 4 hours a day recording videos and editing and stuff like that, plus all the other junk I have to do. Most days, though, I would say I put in 12 to 15 hours a day just doing stuff for the YouTube channel, so it's hard to find time to play an extra account anywhere. Did my mouse battery die or something? Because my mouse doesn't seem to be working anymore. Oh, there it is. Jonathan says, just take a little bit of rest for talking. Yeah, the rest of the day I'm going to try not to say too much. Tomorrow, I don't think I have a live stream, so that's good. That'll give my voice a whole day to rest. Yeah, it sucks having a sore throat. I haven't had this happen since I was probably like 15. I'm hoping I'm not getting sick, but I haven't been feeling good for a couple of days. Kevin says he thinks ice cream. Yeah, you know what? That's a very good possibility. I don't have any ice cream, though. Mech, the lockdown doesn't bother me that much, but I'll tell you what I can't stand is that gravity amplifier crap. I mean, it would be nice if lockdown didn't even exist and gravity amplifier didn't even exist, but the lockdown doesn't bother me that much anymore. It used to really bother me, but ever since gravity amplifier came out, now that's the thing that makes me upset. Oh, I don't know if the percent, did I answer your question? What's better, Minos or Indra? In my opinion, I would rather play the Indra. I mean, they're both really good, but I think that's one of those deals where you would have to try both to figure out which one you liked better, but in my opinion, Indra is slightly better. Jonathan would like to see an underwater robots map. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. War Robots Indra wants to know how to make a Fenrir hard to kill. Alright, let me show you how I have mine set up. I mean, I've made a couple of videos on building a Fenrir, but number one is Bernadette Wolf, the pilot. This gives him 60% more hit points. And then on these pilot skills, you want to run things like Armor Expert. That's another 15% hit points. Tough Guy, almost 20% hit points. So basically what you want to do is get the Bernadette Wolf, add as many durability skills as possible on there. Run a mix of repair and immune amplifiers. Put a beak on there so he constantly goes into stealth. Level him up to a level that's high enough for your league, and make sure you run some sort of module with healing on it, and all of a sudden you have a very tough Fenrir. So that's pretty much the key to making them tough. If you don't have a Bernadette Wolf pilot, the Fenrir is nowhere near as good. I feel that you truly need that pilot, or he kind of just is so-so. Yeah, Big Drone is really, really good for keeping him alive longer. And if you happen to have those new weapons with the harpoon weapons, they give you an Aegis shield constantly. So the harpoon weapons plus that shield can make him even harder to kill. Alright, so Somalaya wants to know if he should upgrade an angler. Okay, so the angler is not bad. It's still pretty darn good. It's not one of the best bots in the game anymore, but it's still very playable. The only issue I have with it now is it's kind of a slow-moving robot. Joey says I should do an account takeover. You know, the only way to play somebody else's account is if you were to give them your username and password. And I think account sharing is actually against the game's terms of service. Do I use BlueStacks? No, I actually use LD Player, which is the same thing, but in my opinion better. I have a lot more issues with BlueStacks. Carl says, very good job about something. Alright, so is the Ghost skill worth it on the Typhon? Yeah, I mean, it is, I think. If you're a person who really wants a fast Typhon, it can be awesome. That's going to be personal preference, but personally, I really like the Ghost skill. It's fun to be able to run around at the speed of light. I'm about to sneeze, guys. Here, let me try and mute the microphone. Alright, I'm glad I hit the mute button before that happened. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end this stream kind of earlier, man. My throat is really starting to hurt. I think I am getting sick. It sucks. I need to save my voice. My throat's really hurting right now, so I apologize, guys. But I'm having a really hard time talking at the moment. So I apologize for cutting it short, but yeah, it's just... that sneeze just really wrecked my throat. When I sneeze, I sneeze really hard and really violently. So it comes out at like 2 million miles per hour, and man, that just hurt. Where's the ending soon thing? There we go. But I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out. Again, I'm sorry for cutting it short, but my throat is freaking killing me. I'm going to have to go make some chamomile tea or something. I'm pretty sure that's good for a sore throat. But yeah, I think I'm getting sick. It's no fun. Drink lemons? I'll have to try that, thank you. I don't think we have any lemons, but... yeah, Artemis, have a good day. Yeah, I'm going to try to be as quiet as possible for the rest of the day. I'm just not going to talk or anything. Alright, well, you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much, and catch y'all later. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hope to see you guys in the next live stream, and yeah, catch you guys later. Lighting out.